everyone, welcome to Preetbond and this is Preeti. Welcome to Panchatantram episode 3 The Sage and the Mouse. There lived a famous sage in a dense forest. Every day, the animals of the forest came to him and listened to his spiritual teachings. They would gather around the meditating sage, and the sage would tell them the good things of life. There was also a little mouse living in the same forest. He too used to go to the sage daily and listen to his preachings. One day, while he was roaming in the forest to collect berries for the sage, he was attacked by the big cat who was watching him from the behind the thick bushes. The mouse was scared. He ran straight to the ashram of the sage. There he lay prostrate before the sage narrated to him the whole story in a trembling voice. In the meantime, the cat also arrived there and requested the sage to allow him to take his prey. The sage was in a fix. He thought for a moment and then, with his divine powers, transformed the mouse into a bigger cat. Seeing a huge cat before him, the other cat ran away. Now the mouse was carefree. He began to roam about in a soft forest like a big cat. He meowed loudly and to frighten other animals. He fought with other cats to take revenge on them and in this way killed many of them. The mouse had hardly enjoyed a few carefree days of his life when one day a fox pounced on him. This was a new problem. He had never taken into account that there was yet a big animal who could easily maul him and tear him into pieces. He ran for his life. He somehow saved himself from the fox and ran straight to the sage for help. The fox was too in his hot pursuit. Soon both of them stood for the stage. The sage, seeing the plight of the mouse of this time, transformed the mouse into a bigger fox. Seeing a bigger fox before him, the other fox ran away. This mouse became more carefree and became roaming in about the forest more freely with his newly acquired status of a big fox. But his happiness was short lived. One day, while he was moving around the forest freely, a tiger pounced upon him. The mouse somehow managed to save his life and, as usual, ran to take shelter in the ashram of the sage. The sage once again took pity on the mouse and transformed him into a tiger. Now, the mouse, after acquiring the status of a tiger, roamed fearlessly in the forest. He killed many animals in the forest and unnecessarily. After being transformed into a tiger, the mouse has become all powerful of the forest animals. He behaved like a king and commanded all his subjects. But one thing bothers about his mind and kept him worried, that was the divine powers of the sage. What if I one day, for some reason or the other, the sage became angry with me and bring me back to my original status? He would think worriedly. Ultimately, he decided something, and one day he came to the sage roaring loudly. He said to the sage, I am hungry. I want to eat you so that I can enjoy all those divine powers which you do. Allow me to kill you. Hearing these words, the sage became very angry. Sensing tiger's evil design, he immediately transformed the tiger back into the mouse. The worst had happened. Now the mouse realized his folly. He apologized to the saint for his evil action and requested him to change him again to tiger. But the sage drove the mouse away by beating him with a stick. Hope you all Hope so you all enjoyed the story. Do not hesitate to subscribe our channel and hit a bell icon for more stories. Thank you.